Hi children, how are you? I am your maths sir Purushottam. Children, earlier class అంటే మనం ఇంతకుముందు నేర్చుకున్న క్లాసెస్లో ఆల్రెడీ యూక్లిడ్ డివిజన్ లెమ్మ గురించి నేర్చుకున్నాము 1.1 నేర్చుకున్నాము ఫండమెంటల్ థియరమ్ ఆఫ్ అర్థమెటిక్ నేర్చుకున్నాము 1.2 ఎక్సైజ్ కంప్లీట్ చేసాము 1.3 ఎక్సైజ్ కూడా కంప్లీట్ చేసాము ఇవాళ మనం 1.4 ఎక్సైజ్ గురించి ప్లాన్ చేద్దాం దానికంటే ముందు మనము prove that root 2 is an irrational number. We have to prove root 2 is an irrational number because this exercise is completely about irrational numbers. Means total problems are all dependent on irrational numbers. So today first of all we have to learn about how to prove root 2 is an irrational number. Before we are going to prove this root 2 is an irrational number, we have some previous knowledge. What is that previous knowledge? Remember one statement. That statement is if p divides a square, then p also divides a. You remember this statement. If p is a prime number, if p divides a square means p also divides a. This statement you remember it. What is the meaning? Example, check one example for this. Example, 2 divides example 4 square, that is 16. 4 square is 16. Yes, 2 divides 16. Then compulsory 2 also divides 4. If it is divides 4 square means it divides that base also. You remember this? Otherwise you check some more examples and remember it. Okay children, remember this statement. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏమర్థమైంది నాన్న మీకు 2 divides 4 square అన్నప్పుడు ఈ 2 అనేది ఈ 4 ను కూడా డివైడ్ చేస్తుంది డినామినేటర్ ని కూడా సారీ దాని బేస్ ని కూడా మనం డివైడ్ చేస్తుందని గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. అది ఇక్కడ చెప్పాను నేను p divides a square means p also divides the base. Clearly understood? Okay, remember this. Next, how to prove this statement? ఇప్పుడు మనం ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ ని ఎలా ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి? We have two methods are there to prove some problems. What are the methods? One is the direct proof method, another one is the indirect proof method, that is contradiction method. Direct proof method already we know, so many of problems we have to do by the direct proof method. What is the direct proof method? Direct proof method means we begins with hypothesis. Hypothesis means whatever he given the question, that is called the hypothesis. We begin with hypothesis, we end up with the conclusion. How? By a sequence of logical steps. By a sequence of లాజికల్ స్టెప్స్. అంటే మనం క్వశ్చన్ దగ్గర మొదలై ఆన్సర్కి చేరుకుంటాం. క్వశ్చన్ నుంచి ఆన్సర్కి చేరుకోవడానికి మధ్యలో కొన్ని లాజికల్ స్టెప్స్ని యూజ్ చేసుకుంటూ ఒక స్టెప్ తర్వాత ఒక స్టెప్ ఎలా వచ్చింది అనుకుంటూ వెళ్ళిపోయి ఆన్సర్కి చేరుకుంటాం. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ద డైరెక్ట్ ప్రూఫ్ మెథడ్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఇండైరెక్ట్ ప్రూఫ్ మెథడ్? వాట్ ఎవర్ వి ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ప్రూవ్, that statement we are going to assume as if it is false means what happened and మొదలు పెడతాం. Then we end up with the contradiction. మనం ఎక్కడ చేరుకుంటాం? కాంట్రడిక్షన్కి చేరుకుంటాం. కాంట్రడిక్షన్ మీన్స్ ఆల్వేస్ ఫాల్స్. వాట్ ఎవర్ we are assuming that is false. మనం ఏమైతే అజ్యూమ్ చేసుకున్నామో అది ఫాల్స్ అని లాస్ట్ ఉపయోగం తెలిసిపోతుంది. అది తెలియగానే వెంటనే మనం ఏదైతే అజ్యూమ్ చేసుకున్నామో అది తప్పు అని ఒప్పేసుకొని వాట్ ఎవర్ we are going to prove that is true and మనం యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తాం. That is called the indirect proof method. So today I am going to explain this problem by indirect proof method. Okay, listen carefully children. First, root 2 we have to prove it is an irrational number, but I am accepting as root is not irrational number. Not irrational numbers means automatically it is rational number. So I am taking that one. Let us we assume that root 2 is a rational number. Root 2 is a rational number. If we accept it is rational number మనం accept చేస్తే it must be follows some conditions. What are the conditions? It must be in the form of p by q. It must be in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0 and p comma q is belonging to z. Already we know about that. So I am taking it so that therefore then root 2 is equal to, I am taking as p by q, where q is not equal to 0, where p comma q belongs to z. And if these two numbers having any common factor means we have to convert as make them as simplest form which have co-primes. How? If p and q have common factors, we have to make simplest form which are a and b, p and q. I am going to make as simplest form that rules as a and b, which are a and b are co-primes. How do you mean of co-primes? p comma q a and b का मारिपोयाय, अभी co-primes का मारिपोयाय. Co-primes and anything. What is the meaning of co-primes? Co-primes means these two numbers having no common factor other than 1. Already in earlier class we discussed about co-primes. Co-primes ante elanti common factors undavu. That's why I am taking as root 2 is equal to, taking as a by b. This a and b have no common factor other than 1. అంటే ఏ అనేది ఇంకా ఏ టేబుల్ ఏ అండ్ బి అనేది రెండు కూడా ఏ కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్లో పోతుందన్నమాట. అంటే ఏ టేబుల్లో వెళ్ళదు వన్ తప్ప. దట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ co-primes. Clear, understand? Right. Make them a is the subject. So root 2b is equal to, I am taking as a. Now I am doing here squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides, it becomes as a root square means root to be whole square means it is 2b square is equal to a square. It is whole square means root 2 whole square means it become 2 and it is b square and it is a square. Once check here, Nana. 2 into something. This is something. I don't know the value of b. I don't know the value of b. 2 into something is equal to getting a square. Means a square is divides by 2. 2 into something is equal to a square means a square అనేది 2 జా పోతున్నట్టే కదా. 2 టేబుల్ లో పోతున్న 2 into something is equal to a square. So we can write as 2 divides a square. 2 divides a square. So then according the statement, then 2 also divides a. 2 also divides a. If 2 divides a square means 2 also divides a. This is treated as equation 1. So if 2 also divides a means I am taking as this a is equal to 2 into something, that is example 2p. అప్పుడు 2 అనేది మనకి a ని డివైడ్ చేస్తుందంటే 2 into ఎంత అవుతుంది ఏమవుతుందో తెలియదు కాబట్టి ఐ యామ్ టేకింగ్ దిస్ p where p is some integer. ఏదో ఒక టేబుల్ లో పోతుంది కాబట్టి a is equal to I am taking as 2p. This I am substituting as example. This is the first equation, and whatever here we got the condition, this is the first. Okay, this substitute a is equal to 2p, you substitute in equation 1. So what happened when I substitute in equation 1, 2b square is equal to a square. At the place of a square I am substituting this 2p. Means 2b square is equal to, at the place of a, substituting this 2p. Means 2p per square. We get 2b square is equal to 4p square. Cut by the two table, 2 ones and 2 twos. We get b square is equal to 2p square. B square is equal to 2p square. What we understand, children, is 2 into something is equal to b square. Means b square is divisible by 2. B square is divisible by 2. That only I am writing here. Right? 2 divides b square. 2 divides b square. Then 2 also divides. 2 also divides b. This is second. 2 also divides it. 2 divides b square means, according to the statement, 2 also divides b. Already we know the previous knowledge. Any number b square is divided by 2 means automatically that b also divides by, that b also divides by 2. So check this first condition, 2 divides a and here 2 divides b. How it is possible, children? We took here a and b are co-primes. A and b are co-primes. They have no common factor other than 1. But here 2 divides a, 2 divides b. How it is possible? Means from first and second, from first and second, 2 divides both a and b. Both a and b. Is it possible? Is it possible? So it is impossible. It is impossible. Why it is impossible? Because a and b are co-primes. No common other common factor. But we got here common factor. 2 is a common factor for both a and b. It is not possible. So it is impossible. So our assumption is wrong. Our assumption is wrong. So what is correct? Then root 2 is an irrational number. Root 2 is an irrational number. It is correct. Have you understand clearly, Nana? మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చూద్దాం. Once listen carefully. మనము root 2 is equal to p by q. ఎందుకు తీసుకున్నాను? అది రేషనల్ నెంబర్ అన్నాను కాబట్టి తీసుకున్నాను. మరి తీసుకోగానే ఏమైపోయింది? p and q కి ఏమైనా కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా అని చెప్పేసి క్యాన్సిలేషన్ చేసి a by a b గా మార్చుకున్నాను. దే హ్యావ్ నో కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్. ఇక root 2 కి కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ లేవు, a and b కి కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ లేవు, a and b కి కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ లేవు అని అనుకున్నాము. సో నేను దీన్ని సింప్లిఫై చేశాను, స్క్వేరింగ్ చేశాను. వాట్ ఈ గాట్ 2b square is equal to a square. అంటే 2 into something is equal to a square. అంటే 2 divides a square. మరి ఎప్పుడైతే 2 divides a square, 2 also divides a. Just before statement 1. So అంటే a is equal to 2 into something. That I took a is equal to 2, then that you substitute in the equation 1. Equation 1 లో substitute చేస్తే a is equal to 2p substitute చేస్తే I got 2b square is equal to, at the place of a substituting as 2p. 2p whole square, it become a 4p square. Cancellation, b square is equal to 2p square. Means 2 into something is equal to b square. Means b square also divides by 2. That's why 2 also divides b. So from first and second, 2 divides both and a b. But it is impossible. So our assumption is wrong. Then root 2 is an irrational number. In the same way, you have to prove that root 3 is an irrational number, root 5 is an irrational number. These problems you have to prove. Compulsory you do that. Root 3 is an irrational number, root 5 is irrational number, like that, so and so. Okay, 2 or 3 problems you do with the same method. Then, after completion this problem, we have to accept anyway root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, root 8, such type of numbers are irrational numbers. ఇంకా ఎక్కడ అవ్వబడినా కూడా ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ని మనము ఇలాంటి నెంబర్స్ని మనం irrational నెంబర్ అని యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. You can understand, children? Okay, right, thank you.